everyone, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. So here I am with my March currently inked, and I'm really excited to get this going because I love being able to document my pens and my inks and just start a whole new month fresh. So let's get started. The first pen and ink combination I have is my Lamy 2000, and it is currently inked with Van Diemen's Pulp Addiction Allspice, and this was sent to me by Jane of JP Pen and Ink, and I'm so grateful that she sent this to me. So I'm going to do something a little bit different this time around. I'm going to use my Speedball B nib. Instead of doing a circle, just do a square and see how I feel about that. Something different. There we go. Get some of that ink on there. Clean that off. Oh, hold on. Everything's in the wrong place. Okay, so my Lamy 2000, which I received a few months ago, and it was a pen that I never thought that I would actually ever own. And this has an extra fine nib, and it has become one of my favorites. So this is Van Diemen's and Pulp Addiction, and is Allspice. And so far I'm really liking this color. I mean, it's more of a fall color, but I like having the different selections no matter what time of year it is. And so far the shading on it is really, it really stands out. Perfect. So that is my Lamy 2000 with Van Diemen's and Pulp Addiction Allspice. The second pen and ink combination I have is my Leonardo Momento Zero. This was a Stile exclusive in the Via Latea, and I mean, I still can't get over the fact that I got this pen. I'm so excited for this. And then I'm going to put in it Wearingeul Stone Cutters Song. So let's just do a quick swatch here. Whoops. Okay. I love this ink because I feel like this is a perfect match for this pen. Not that I necessarily need an ink to match the pen, but I feel like I have enough inks as well as enough pens really in my collection to be able to match them if I liked. So this is the Leonardo Momento Zero, and it's from Stilo, not Stito, a Stile. And it's the Via Latea, and this has an extra fine nib, and this has Wearingeul Stone Cutters Song. I wonder what the reason behind this name is. And do my little swirlies, figure eights. And I have to admit that when I first put this ink in this pen, because I've been writing with this for about a week now, it felt a little dry, so I've added like the tiniest drop of Van Ness White Lightning to it, and so far since adding that, it's been perfect. So this is my Leonardo Momento Zero with Wearingeul Stone Cutters Song. Next we have my, I guess, newest combination really. This is Diamine Cashmere Rose. This was sent to me by Miss Marilyn Darling. Thank you very much. And this is currently inked in my Just Turnings Brighten Your Own pen, and this is Stephen's own pink and gold abalone, and this has my Sailor Pro Gear 21K nib grip section in here. So far, really loving this combination. This ink, I feel, is a wetter ink than most, and I do like a wet flowing pen and ink combination, but like, how pretty is this? And I've had so many people tell me Cashmere Rose and Masquerade are so you, they're so your colors, and I completely agree. And I have a medium nib on this Sailor grip section here. So this is the Just Turnings BYOP in the pink and gold abalone, and this has a Sailor 21K medium nib on it, and it is a juicy nib, very juicy. And this is Diamine Cashmere Rose. It's so lovely, these two together. You definitely get the sailor feedback in this nib, but it is still so smooth. Love the two of these together. Oh, beautiful. And I feel like that's a good pink to bring out the pink that's in this resin. Like you can see it in person, but on camera it just, oh, there we go. There's a little bit of that pink, and it's just stunning. So that is my Just Turnings Brighten Your Own pen with Diamine Cashmere Rose. Next we have Sailor Shikiori Yozakura in my, I know I just posted my Violetea, and this is in the kind of a strata quartz material, but now I have my other pen. This is from Silver Burl Pens, and this was a custom made by him in the same material, the rose, I think it's a strata quartz material, but this is in the glossy finish. And I have in here, like I said, Sailor Shikiori Yozakura. One of the things that I am trying to do with my pens and inks is, with my currently inked, this is, I guess, an idea that I got from Simona, or Simone, is that she tries to use at least, oops, I didn't get any, at least half of the inks that she's using in a month are going to be from her bottled inks, and then the other half are going to be from her samples as part of her ink down project. And I wanted to basically do the same thing. I wanted to, out of the 9 pens that I ink up every month, I wanted to ink up maybe 4 or 5 from bottles and then 4 or 5 from samples. And so far, I'm really liking that project. So this is my Silver Burl, and this is the Silver series. In the Strata quartz, and it has an extra fine nib on here. Seems to be a theme going at the moment. So this is Sailor Shikiori Yozakura. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna, yeah. It's like my hand glitched on me there for a second. Really pretty color. This is, I think, I say one of the first, but really one of the first 5 bottles of ink that I ever bought for myself, because I just love the color so much. But with all of the ink samples that I've received over time, I haven't had a chance to really use the bottles of ink I had. So I think this project, or this goal of using 4 or 5 bottles of ink every month, is really going to help me use up what I have. So that is my Silver Burl pens in the Strata Quartz with Sailor Shikiori Yozakura. The next combination I have is, I'm very excited about this one. This is Ferris Wheel Press Aurorealis, and I have this in my Esterbrook Esty Lilac, and I bought this ink on a whim. This was not an ink that I was planning to buy a whole bottle of, but when I saw it at my local stylist stationers, I had to buy it. 1, because, I mean, the price was good, and 2, I didn't have to pay for shipping. So that makes a huge difference. Oh, such a great color. And I mean, I didn't think I was the type who really liked purple, honestly, but the more that I do my currently inks and the more inks that I try in my fountain pen journey, purple is one that I'm just drawn to. So, and I mean, this is my newest Esterbrook, and this is the lilac, and I love the cracked ice resin and how it just shows off the different tones of the purple. Stunning. So this is my Esterbrook Esty in lilac, and it also has an extra fine nib. And yes, I am putting shimmer inks in my extra fine nibs. For me, life is too short to not have fun with shimmer inks if you like them. And if you also like fine or extra fine nibs, why limit yourself? And so far, this has been working so beautifully for me. It is a wonderful, wonderful combination. So that is my Esterbrook SD Lilac with Ferris Wheel Press Aurorealis. Next pen and ink combination involves or includes an ink sample that I've had for a while and just never got to using. It's Robert Oster Australis Hydra, and I've had this for at least a year, and I don't know why I never used it, and I currently have it in my Leonardo F Aquapetra, and I'm sorry, that pen is just stunning. I will leave it there just so that we can ogle at it while I do my little ink swatch here. I love these speedball nibs. I got a whole set of B nibs, which are the ones with the round tip, and they come in all different sizes, and I think they're so great for swatching like this if I can get the ink on them. But I think they're great for swatching. Like, look at that. And I got them off of Amazon for actually a reasonably good price. I don't use them all. I really only use just the one nib, but it's been really great for that purpose. So this is my Leonardo Furore in the Aquapetra. And this has a fine nib. And this currently has Robert Oster Australis Hydra. This is one of the things as well this year that I want to do, is use inks that I've been hoarding, because I have had this ink for so long and never used it, and was always like, oh, there's another ink that I just received that looks exactly like it. I'm gonna use that one instead. But I still managed to just keep this one in my collection for all of that time, and I just realized, you know what, just use it, because you do like it, and I can't wait to be able to use this month. So that is my Leonardo Furore Aquapetra with Robert Oster Australis Hydra. The next pen and ink combination is Ferris Wheel Press Edwards Gardens in my Pelikan M800. And this was an ink that I won in a giveaway on Instagram. And there were other inks that I had chosen as like the inks that I wanted to get. This was one of the top 3 that I wanted to get, but I'm actually really glad that I did get this, because it's like a really, really lovely ink. Let's open that up. It's got that thing, that plasticky thing on top, which means I'm going to get my fingers dirty. Oh, not too bad. Okay. And some here on my nib. There we go. And this is already so fun, and I'm glad that I put this in my Pelikan M800, because the Pelikan nibs, even an extra fine, handle things like shimmer quite well, because it is like a broader version of an extra fine. It's not your true extra fine. There we go, shut that. Because anyone remember me spilling this everywhere the first time I tried to ink that? All right, so this is my Pelikan M800 in the green, black, with an extra fine nib. And see how different this extra fine is to that extra fine and that extra fine. So different. And it has Ferris Wheel Press Edwards Gardens. It reminds me a little bit of Emeraude de Cheval from Jacques Herbon. Kind of that same color family, but also that gold shimmer. So beautiful. I'm so excited to see that. You can already see the gold shimmer on there. Perfect. So that is my Pelikan M800 in the green black with Ferris Wheel Press Edwards Garden. Next combination is another Pelikan. It is my Pelikan 140, my vintage pen, and it has Colorburst Alpha Pisces. And I bought this from PenChalet, I think it was now 2 years ago, and I love the color, but it's just such a massive bottle of ink. So I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to use this, or at least give samples away to friends, because it is a lovely green. And I keep forgetting how lovely it is because I get so many samples to just keep trying new inks. So need to use what I have. Seems to be the theme of 2023. So this is my Pelikan 140. And I do believe it is an extra fine nib, but I can't see the markings on the nib close enough. And it has Colorverse, Alpha, nope, that's not right. Alpha, oh well, Pisces. And I love this pen because it has just that little bit of flex in that nib. Love those vintage nibs for that. And I go down to the side. Still such a smooth writer as well. Pen is a little small in my hand, but it's not one that I think I'd ever sell just because it's a vintage pen and it's just so cute. So this is my Pelikan 140 with Colorverse Alpha Pisces. Last but not least was a pen that I got last year for my birthday. It is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim in Manyo Nuts, and I'm using it with its matching ink, the Sailor Manyo Shirakashi. I thought, why not? Plus, I mean, it's really, really pretty. And funny enough, when I swatched this next to Colorverse Alpha Pisces, when I first put it down, like this is really wet, but before, like when it dries, it looked very similar to Alpha Pisces, but then the more that it dried, I was like, no, they are definitely two different inks, and I'm glad that I decided to ink this as well. So in my Sailor Manyo Nuts. And I remember when this pen first came out, whoa, not Pro, hold on, Sailor Pro Gear Slim. I remember when this pen first came out, I decided not to get it. And I'm like, no, I don't need another Sailor. And then it went out of stock. It was sold out. And then I kept seeing it on people's Instagram posts, and then I thought, you know what? I have to get it now, because every time I saw it on somebody's Instagram post, I was just so sad that I didn't have it. So then I realized that it came in stock around my birthday. So I ended up selling a pen to fund part of this, a different Sailor Pro Gear Slim to fund this, and then my husband helped to gift the rest to me. So I love this pen. And I actually, when I first got it, this medium fine nib was a little scratchy, but I had Kirk Spear of Pen Realm tune and smooth this at the San Francisco Pen Show, and now it just writes beautifully. So let's move this up a bit. So that is my, stay on the paper, my Sailor Pro Gear Slim in Manyo Nuts with Sailor Manyo Shirakashi. So there are all of my pens and inks for the month of March. I'm really excited for all of these combinations because I think it's both springy, but then I've got a bit of neutral here with the brown and the Stonecutter Song as well. And I mean, of course I have shimmer in these. I'm so excited. What do you think is going to be my favorite out of these? All right, but that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching and have yourselves a great day.